Glassenberg from Craft Industry Alliance. Hope you're doing really well today. We are here every Wednesday to do our member spotlight, where we have the opportunity to drop in on one of our members and learn all about their business. Today we are going to be talking to Erin Erickson from Dog Under My Desk. Erin is a bag designer, and I've known her for quite a long time online, and she designs really comprehensive bag patterns that really show you step by step how to make every single aspect of the bag. So I'm very excited to have Erin here shortly. I did want to sort of give you a little update on what's going on here at Craft Industry Alliance headquarters. So yesterday we had our Craft Business Roundtable, which is an opportunity for our members to get together and talk about what's going on in the industry and in our businesses. And we had 64 people there yesterday. It was a great conversation, and we got to kind of hear how everybody is doing. We also talked quite a bit about the new Michaels third-party marketplace. So that was a really interesting conversation that we had. And coming up in April, hi Erin, I see that you're here. Please request to join by hitting that plus sign at the bottom. In April, we're going to be doing a webinar with Holly Howard all about systems for your business. Join us. It's going to be on April 6th at 1 p.m. Eastern, and Holly is a systems expert. So it's going to be amazing. I'm very excited for that one. Hey, Erin, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
It's good to talk to you. I feel like I've known you online for a really long time, but we haven't ever talked.
11, maybe even 12 years. I've honestly never gone back and looked exactly
it's so
how long
crazy.
I know.
Well, I'm really glad to talk to you. I know you were living for a while. Am I right that you were living in Australia? Are you in Australia, or where are you?
I'm in Wisconsin.
Okay.
I'm in Door County.
Were you in Australia at all, or am I making that up? Okay.
That is a whole other deal. Oh my gosh. No, we, the kids and I needed to be near the grandparents. So my parents retired here. The cabin's older than me. So Door County, Wisconsin, lots of people out there are going to know it because everybody vacations here from the Chicago area and all of Wisconsin. So I'm in Sister Bay. Everything's a disaster. I'm moving next week, but I haven't had a sewing room, I want to say 5 years at least. So then moving into a little 3-bedroom, me and the kids, and it's a 3-bedroom. So even if I have to share with myself, however I have to do it, I will have a sewing space again.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. That's great.
So I am so excited to get back to work. The last couple of years, I've got a 21-month-old and a 7-year-old, and it has been a wild ride. So
yes, understood, 100%.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for you to have some dedicated space, which makes all the difference.
It's a huge deal. This is the side of my kitchen living room, and it doesn't work. I posted a video the other day. My toddler steals my mouse, and then I spend most of nap time looking for it.
Right. Yeah, of course.
So I pulled a bunch of bags out before I packed. I don't know if I can get the camera to do this.
So just so everybody knows that you have a bag pattern design business, and it's called Dog Under My Desk, and I feel like you're best known for super comprehensive instructions, but you can tell us more.
Well, when I started, there were I want to say about 5 people doing this that I knew. A lot of people started off with just doing photo tutorials, but then Vera Bradley was really popular, the fabric quilted bags. And so I'd already kind of knew how to sew. I wasn't learning how to sew, but I was getting back into it. I come from a family of people who sew. And so I wanted to make bags like that. I would look at the insides and I'd be like, I can do this, but I can do it better. And they were really expensive. And so I bought some patterns, and the instructions were insert zipper. Okay, but how?
Right.
And so I'm like, I can do this. And there were a few people, Michelle Patterns, I started with her pouches way back when, and there were a few people that were doing it. And I'm like, I can do this. And just the way my job was at the time and whatever, I just started doing it. And I did the circle zip earbud pouch. I tried to find one. I know I have one somewhere, but everybody's going to know it. It's the little circle earbud pouch.
Yeah.
And that was really, really popular. And I'm like, there's got to be a way to take these photo tutorials and just put it into the pattern and put that much detail into it so that you're not buying a pattern or reading a pattern and then also having to refer to the photo tutorial. Let's put the photo tutorial into the pattern. And so that's what I've always done. And we have gone from like the 5, it was less than 10. Like I can 100% say it was less than 10 people doing this when I started, and like actually selling these patterns. And then it's hundreds. If I had to sit down and make a list of just the people writing bag patterns today, I could probably find 100 names.
Which is exciting because I feel like that's
amazing.
That means that there's more accessible patterns written in more styles with more aesthetics, and more accessible to the home sewist who, you know, has different taste, et cetera, and experience level. So that's great. I mean, it's been fun to watch the trajectory of these sort of indie designers and see everything sort of take off.
It feels like everyone is making bags, and that's amazing. And kind of coming back into it, I don't have to start from scratch. I have the experience. I kind of already know, you know, what I'm doing. You know, I don't have to like learn how to write pattern. I already know how to do all of that. But there's definitely the dog sat on the remote. Hey, Google, turn off all TVs. She's my best friend, Google. So, so I feel like I do have some skills I need to learn. So I sew on a Bernina. Even as I moved around countries, I've always gone back to the Berninas for a couple of reasons. A lot of people are bringing the industrials into their homes. That's great. Right now I live on the 2nd floor. You can't do that. I mean, you can't reasonably do that. I also live in the middle of nowhere. There's all these reasons why I can't do that. And I feel like I still want to make it accessible. Everybody still has that. I have a bookshelf of quilting cotton. Even if I never buy another square of quilting cotton, I have enough to last a lifetime. I want to sell stuff with it.
Right.
So I've made plenty with vinyl. These are the Emmeline vinyl that's domestic friendly. And like it's completely vinyl. And you can do it. You have to have the right needles and you have to go slow, but you can do it. But you're more successful when you pair it with the cottons. So I still feel like there's a lot that I can do with that, without needing to go industrial, without needing to go full vinyl. And I don't want anyone to be left behind either, because I feel like I can take a lot of the quilting cotton is beginner, but I feel like I can take a lot of that experience and still use the cotton, still use the canvas and the, you know, those materials, but take my experience, make it beyond like a beginner, but then not leave anybody behind either, because you're not ready to go buy an industrial to sew through, you know, and all of that. So I think that's great. Like I'm excited about that, but also it lets us do fun little projects. Like this is a snack bag. So like I made a video. My computer is 7 years old. It's doing the best it can. And I will get better when I get a new computer, but I did a video, my first like full length video tutorial. And this is like a little snack bag that holds, I made one for my kid's lunch almost as a joke, and everyone thought it was adorable.
It is so cute.
It holds his yogurt and his applesauce. Right. So yeah. So I still think that we can have so much fun with the cotton, and I'm just ready to try.
The thing about quilting cotton too is there's so many great patterns and so many great designs. So you can feature, you know, what you love and have a way to make something out of it. So you know, that part of it is great. So I think you're right. I think quilting cotton is the way to go. There's still a lot of creativity to be had, and something that's, you know, easy for people to use.
Interface things that we have today. I mean, I remember when we were repurposing things that we could find that were for other crafts, for other things. And now you can buy handbags specific interfacings that are going to make that bag have the structure that you need it to have. Everybody's got, like, it's just here, but I've got an iron press. Everybody's got the steam press now. So when you're using that, you are not holding the iron over the piece for a half an hour. You're just throwing that thing in the steam press for 15 seconds and you're done. So interfacing is not what it was. Zippers, I think I had one here. The zippers, this is how they come now. These are things we did not really have then. This is, you don't have to like buy one 8-inch zipper and hope they have it. You have zipper by the yard, zipper pulls. There's so much fun in the bag making world now that like everyone needs to come and join us.
I know, and I feel like because all of these indie designers, started publishing and the demand increased, then the manufacturers responded in turn by saying, okay, there's a market for this interfacing, there's a market for zippers by the yard, there's a market for specialty zipper pulls. Like, we can produce this if there's buyers for it. And so it's like a nice sort of upward spiral where, it all kind of feeds each other. But I really feel like the indie designers are a big part of the industry and driving that demand.
Yes, and the collaboration is amazing. Like most of these, I could tell you who designed the fabric.
Right.
I mean, I know where every piece of this came from.
Right.
Down to the person that drew it. But I mean, even all the fabric and the zippers and everything, it's all from friends of mine.
Right.
So it's not like I don't hardly go to the craft stores anymore just for like your basic supplies. But everything I buy comes from someone.
Right.
So it's just
things
all
like
business.
relationships,
Yeah.
which I think is another huge part that's changed. Like, I feel like now we know the designer, we know the designer's name, their story, a little bit about their life, of all the different aspects and components of these pieces, which makes sewing like you're in relationship with these people. And I feel like it's so special. And then you go to these shows like QuiltCon or whatever, and the people are there in real life. And it's like they walked out of your Instagram and into real life, and you get a chance to see them all.
It's nice to have, I always had to put other. So whenever I signed up for anything, it was like quilting or garment making or other. And I always had to put other. And I feel like we're not an other category anymore. We actually have like sewing bags, handbags, wallets. We are a category. And one of the other reasons that I've got like a domestic sewing machine and not an industrial is that I make all sorts of other stuff too, because you can apply the skills anywhere. So like I make some of your patterns. Don't tell my kids they came from Santa. One of these days I'll tell them I made them. But I make bibs, I make burp cloths, I make all that stuff for my kids. I make clothes for them all the time. I've got an overlocker and a cover stitch machine. They're not for my business. I just love to sew. But I use all the same supplies, so I've already got it all around. Why wouldn't I, just do that?
And bag making is a great skill builder too, because the skills that you learn there, you can apply to all of those other, sewing crafts.
I mean, it's refreshing to make a toddler shirt in 10 minutes.
Right. When
it takes 12 hours to make a bag. Sometimes.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. But then that bag you made is totally unique in yours. So, it's worth it.
Yeah. I've had people in my life be like, aren't you tired of bags? And it's like, no, because there's always something else. I always need another pocket. Or there's always some other, thing I can make better or I think
I feel like once you get going, it's like endlessly interesting, and there's always more. And like you go places, you see something and you're like, oh, that's an interesting idea. I could do something based on that idea, so it's just like your mind is open to it.
Yeah. And not just designers. My customers tell me all the time that like they've learned enough skills from my patterns and from everybody's patterns that they can just make something. So like I've got like a random like wipes pouch. And I live in the middle of nowhere. I am 45 minutes to a Target or a Walmart. I have one Piggly Wiggly. So I don't just go shopping and look for stuff. I have to make do or order. And so like this isn't a pattern. It's nothing. It's just some Annie's mesh and some PUL that I threw together, and I put my kids' diaper and wipes in it. And yes, I'm a designer, but anybody could do that just by knowing how to make that concept of a pouch. Anybody could take that and say, like, I need it to be about this big. I'm happy to do the math for you. Like, if you don't want to do the math, I'll always do the math for you. People will even message me and they'll be like, can you just make sure, just check my math? And that's why I write the patterns, even for rectangles, because people don't want to do the math. But you have the skills. I assure you, if you've made one of my bags, if you can make a bag that can go from tote to backpack, you can make a diaper and wipe.
That's so cute.
My hand holding. So yeah, I love it. I think it's totally practical. It's creative, and everything else is chaos sometimes.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
What we need.
For sure. So Erin, tell us where we can go to learn more, see all the patterns, see that incredible tote to backpack transformation. piece, etc. And
That is the
follow
Charlie
up.
convertible backpack. It's at dogundrmydesk.com. I don't know if he'll come because he's napping. Jack, come here, come. So I started off with my 2 Yorkies, and they passed away a couple years ago. Sammy was 14. She had a great life. And so this is Jack. He is the active current mascot sponsor,
He is
etc.
the dog.
Come here, Jack. Come.
Hi, Jack.
He's trying to wave, but he doesn't understand where to look. But Jack, hi.
So cute.
So
is he a black lab?
He's a black lab. He's a failed agility dog.
Oh.
His grandmother trained my Yorkies. My Yorkies were, my oldest was a little crazy. He's a, reactive. So I met my friend who's a trainer, black labs, agility, sports, dock diving, all of it. And he failed. He is a couch potato. He is not food motivated. He's the friendliest dog on the planet. I've never even heard him bark. So he is just a wonderful little guy, and he's little. He's only about 50 pounds. So he just chills under my desk, just like the Yorkies did.
Perfect.
He carries on the tradition.
Yeah, that's great. Super. Well, he's the dog, and he was meant to be the dog under your desk. He didn't fail. He passed the test to become the dog under your desk. So, well, Erin, it was great to actually see you in person, sort of, after so many years of knowing you online and learn more about your business. I'm excited for your next stage. I know there's going to be lots of new creative things coming out of Dog Under My Desk in the years to come.
Yeah, I'm going to get to say yes to a lot more things. That's exciting. I had to say no to so much collaborations and events and things like that. I feel like I was watching the news the other day, and Katie Porter, when she interviews people on Congress, she's like, reclaiming my time. So when people don't answer the question, it's like, reclaiming my time. That is the stage that I'm in right now, like in my life and in my business. I'm just like, I kind of sat on the side and I let it, it's like, no, reclaiming my time. Like, I have to say yes to stuff. This was like, I didn't know if the timing was going to work out. I didn't have a move-in date for my apartment yet. I'm just like, I have to do that. I have to.
Let's do it.
Hi, everyone. I have not intended to be gone for this long.
Well, this is like the beginning of the new you. So I'm excited for you. And I think life has phases and seasons, and it's great to welcome a new one. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
So thank you, everybody who joined us today. I see everybody's nice comments, and we appreciate you for coming and saying hi today. And we will see you next week for our member spotlight. And in the meantime, visit Dog Under My Desk.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.